Success does not arrive by chance. It is never the result of luck or mere wishful thinking. It is a deliberate creation, born in the mind and molded by unwavering purpose. To attract success using the law of attraction, the very first principle, the cornerstone upon which all other principles rest, is definiteness of purpose. Without it, you are like a ship at sea without a rudder, drifting with the tide and the wind, hoping to arrive at some desirable destination, but doomed to wander in circles. A definite purpose is a clear, specific goal, not a vague hope like, I want to be rich or I want to be happy, but a precise and burning desire for a particular outcome. The clearer the picture you hold in your mind, the more energy you give it, and the more direction your thoughts will take. The law of attraction responds to clarity with power. Ambiguity weakens the signal. The universe or the infinite intelligence that governs it cannot respond to an unclear call. You must know exactly what you want. What kind of success are you after? Is it financial freedom? Is it a flourishing business? Is it mastery in your craft? Is it recognition, influence, inner peace, or joy? Until you can name it, describe it, feel it with such intensity that it becomes real in your imagination, success will elude you. Definiteness of purpose means you have chosen your destination and you refuse to accept any alternative. The power of a definite aim lies in its ability to align your mind. When you decide with finality what you want, your conscious and subconscious mind begin to work together. This is where attraction begins. Your dominant thoughts start to take shape, attracting ideas, people, opportunities, and circumstances that match your aim. The world rearranges itself around your definiteness. Most people fail to attract success not because they are incapable, but because they never decide on what success means to them. They spend their lives reacting to external circumstances, adapting to situations rather than directing them. They are ruled by the opinions of others, changing their desires from day to day, week to week, never holding long enough to one desire to give it life. They fall into the trap of general ambition, wanting more, better, someday, but never naming their aim. And the law of attraction does not respond to general ambition. It responds to concentrated desire. To attract success, you must first go within and discover what it is you truly want. Strip away all borrowed dreams, all societal expectations, all empty goals given to you by others. Ask yourself, what is it I truly desire? What outcome would cause me to rise early with excitement and work late with joy? What aim could I give my life that would fill me with meaning? The answer may not come immediately. It may take days or even weeks of thought, reflection, and honesty. But when it does come, seize it, write it down, burn it into your mind. Let it become your reason for action. And when you find it, do not whisper it. Declare it to yourself with boldness. Speak it aloud every day. Think on it as often as you can. Let every action you take be measured against it. If something advances your purpose, do it. If it distracts you or dilutes your energy, eliminate it. You will be tested. You will be tempted to change your goal or water it down when results do not come quickly. But remember this. A definite purpose held with faith and persistence has a power beyond your current understanding. The moment you decide with absolute clarity what you want, the entire universe begins moving in your favor. You are not meant to live aimlessly. You are not here to drift through life hoping something good will happen. You are here to create, to direct, to attract. And that process begins when you choose your aim and refuse to let it go. The law of attraction begins not with hope, but with decision. And that decision must be definite. The second great pillar in attracting success through the law of attraction is faith-fueled visualization. Thought by itself is powerful, but thought infused with faith becomes a creative force. Faith is the emotional belief that what you desire is already on its way. that it is not only possible but inevitable. And when this faith is combined with a vivid mental image, when you see, feel, and experience your desire in your mind as if it already exists, you engage a power that begins to pull your desire into reality. Visualization is not daydreaming. It is not idle fantasy or imagination for the sake of escape. It is a deliberate and disciplined process of impressing your mind with the success you seek. It is creating the future in your mind's eye so clearly and so consistently that your subconscious begins to believe it, accept it, and then guide your actions, thoughts, and habits toward it. What you see on the screen of your mind, backed by belief, becomes the blueprint for what is built in the material world. Every great achievement in history was first born in the imagination of a single person. The Wright brothers saw flight before any machine lifted from the ground. Edison saw the electric light long before the bulb glowed. Carnegie saw great steel empires while others only saw iron and sweat. The mind is the first workshop of creation. If you cannot see success internally, you will never hold it externally. But seeing it is not enough. You must believe in what you see. This is where faith enters. Faith is not a passive hope. It is a state of certainty. It is knowing, without physical evidence, that what you imagine is real. The law of attraction is activated not just by your thoughts, but by the emotional intensity behind those thoughts. A man may say he wants wealth, but if he imagines poverty, worries about failure, and doubts his own power, he is attracting the opposite of what he claims to desire. But if he pictures abundance and surrounds that picture with faith, if he feels the joy, confidence, and gratitude of already having it, he begins to summon the forces of attraction. Faith-fueled visualization means you must see your goal in detail, close your eyes, and step into the life you are building. What does your environment look like? What do you hear? What do you smell? What do you touch? Who is with you? What are you wearing? How are people responding to you? How do you feel now that your desire is fulfilled? Make it real, so real in your mind that you lose awareness of your present circumstances. The more real it becomes, the stronger the signal you send to your subconscious and to the unseen forces that move events in your favor. Do not allow your present conditions to dull your vision. Your current results are nothing more than the outgrowth of your past thinking. If you do not like what surrounds you today, it is because you have not yet disciplined your mind to hold a better picture. Change the picture, and you begin to change the future. Doubt, fear, and anxiety are signals that your faith is weak. Strengthen your faith by repetition, by affirmation, and most of all, by refusing to dwell on what you do not want. This practice must be consistent. It is not enough to visualize once or even once a week. You must make it a daily habit. Morning and night are the most powerful times when the mind is most suggestible. In these moments, close your eyes and see your success. Feel it, breathe it in. Tell yourself that it is yours. Not someday, not hopefully, but now, in essence. The universe does not respond to someday, it responds to now. Your mind must be trained to accept your vision as a present reality before your circumstances begin to match it. There is a reason why most people never achieve their desires. It is because they see what they want for a moment, then spend the rest of their time worrying, doubting, or reacting to their environment. They cancel the signal. They visualize a better life and then walk through their day broadcasting fear. But the one who persists, who trains the mind to stay fixed on the goal with faith, begins to notice change. Little things at first. Coincidences, meetings, opportunities. But these are not accidents. They are the result of thought, fueled by belief, brought into form through the law. Faith-fueled visualization is the process by which you live from your desire before it has arrived. You walk as the person who has already achieved it. You speak with conviction. You think with confidence. You act with the certainty of one who knows their vision is truth. This is not pretending. It is aligning yourself with the highest version of who you are meant to be. There is no force more constant, more quietly powerful in shaping your reality than the thoughts you repeat to yourself day after day. These thoughts, often unnoticed and unchallenged, form the foundation of your beliefs, and your beliefs in turn dictate your actions, your reactions, and ultimately your results. The process of autosuggestion is the deliberate use of repeated affirmations to influence the subconscious mind. It is the method by which you reprogram your internal world so that it aligns with the success you desire to attract. The subconscious mind does not reason. It does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined, what is truth and what is lie. It simply accepts what is repeated to it with emotion. Through repetition, thought becomes belief, and belief is what fuels the law of attraction. When you say to yourself again and again with conviction and emotion a particular idea, that idea begins to take root in the fertile soil of your subconscious. It begins to influence your attitude, your energy, and your behavior. You cannot attract success while speaking failure. You cannot expect wealth while constantly affirming lack. The words you speak, especially those spoken inwardly, are instructions to your subconscious mind. And your subconscious, once instructed with sufficient repetition, begins to carry out those instructions. This is why autosuggestion is so vital to the process of attraction. It is not wishful thinking. It is not blind optimism. It is the science of self-conditioning. It is a tool for taking control of the mental patterns that shape your destiny. Begin with a clear statement of your desire. Write it down in precise language. This is not a mere sentence. It is your personal command to your subconscious mind. It must be specific, emotionally charged, and expressed in the present tense. If your desire is to build a successful business, your statement might be, I am building a thriving business that serves thousands, brings value, and creates wealth. If your aim is financial abundance, you might affirm, I am attracting money in increasing amounts through multiple sources, continuously and effortlessly. The words must reflect belief, even before belief has taken root. Speak your statement aloud with energy at least twice daily, upon rising and before sleep. These are the moments when your mind is most open to suggestion. But do not stop there. Repeat your affirmations throughout the day, in your mind, under your breath, in moments of silence. Let them become the background music of your life. Every time you speak them, speak as though they are already true. Feel them as reality. The repetition alone will not suffice if it is mechanical and empty. It is the emotion you bring that activates the subconscious and fuels attraction. Your mind has been trained by years of unconscious repetition. Negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, fears handed down from parents, teachers, society. To change this inner programming, you must override it with new, empowering statements. Do not be discouraged if in the beginning your affirmations feel false. This is natural. Your conscious mind may resist, but if you persist, the resistance will weaken. Over time, your subconscious will accept the new suggestion as fact, and when it does, your thoughts, actions, and results will begin to shift. Guard your inner dialogue fiercely. Become aware of what you say to yourself when no one is listening. Every time you speak in contradiction to your desire, every time you say, I can't, I never, I'm not good enough, you are instructing your subconscious to work against your goals. Cancel such thoughts immediately. Replace them. Speak the truth of the reality you are choosing to create, not the one you currently see. The outer world is always a reflection of the inner, and the inner can only change through repeated instruction. The most successful individuals do not leave their mindset to chance. They use autosuggestion as a daily practice, a ritual of mental conditioning. They understand that thoughts repeated with belief become habits, and habits form character. And it is character ultimately that attracts opportunity, wealth, influence, and success. You do not have to be ruled by old thoughts. You can install new ones, consciously, repeatedly, until your mind begins to work for you rather than against you. As your affirmations begin to take hold, you will notice subtle shifts in your awareness. Ideas will come, resources will appear, people and circumstances that match your mental image will begin to emerge. This is not coincidence. It is the result of autosuggestion at work. It is the law of attraction responding to the new frequency you are broadcasting. And that frequency is determined by the thoughts you hold, the words you speak, and the beliefs you install through constant repetition. Every dream worth pursuing, every success worth attaining will be tested by time. The universe does not hand out its rewards casually, nor does it deliver your desires the moment you request them. Between the seed of intention and the harvest of success lies a season of persistence, a stretch of time where most falter, where many give up, and where only the truly committed remain. The law of attraction responds not just to desire, but to unwavering persistence. It is not enough to wish once, visualize occasionally, or affirm your goals when you feel inspired. You must persist, especially when there is no visible evidence that what you seek is on its way. There is a period between intention and manifestation that acts as a proving ground. This is the space where your faith is measured, your commitment is refined, and your desire is purified. Delays are not denials, they are part of the natural rhythm of attraction. The seed planted today does not bloom tomorrow. The ground must be prepared, the roots must grow in silence, and only then does the first shoot break through the soil. Most people abandon their dream during this quiet, invisible phase. They confuse the absence of immediate results with failure, and in doing so, they halt the process just before it bears fruit. Persistence is the refusal to let go of your vision no matter what appears before you. It is the discipline of holding your mental image in place even while your current circumstances scream the opposite. It is continuing to speak the affirmation when doubt creeps in, continuing to visualize when results are slow, and continuing to act in faith when no one is applauding. The universe must know that you are serious, that your desire is not a passing whim, that you will hold the vibration of belief with consistency, not just when things are easy. Every successful person has passed through periods of discouragement, delay, and darkness, but the difference lies in how they respond to those periods. Where others quit, they continue. Where others surrender their dream, they recommit. They understand that the law of attraction is a law, not a lottery. It does not operate on chance. It operates on consistency, and consistency requires persistence. If your desire is to build something lasting, something meaningful, then you must be willing to stand in faith longer than the world expects you to. Persistence is not always loud. Sometimes it is quiet resolve. Sometimes it is doing what needs to be done even when no one notices. Sometimes it is rising after failure, again and again with the same enthusiasm as when you began. And sometimes, persistence is as simple as not speaking defeat. It is choosing not to give voice to doubt, not to entertain thoughts that contradict your purpose, not to dwell on what hasn't happened, but instead to stay locked onto your goal with the eyes of your mind and the passion of your heart. Delays serve another purpose as well. They refine your character. They test your patience, yes, but they also sharpen your vision. In the waiting, you are asked to grow. You are asked to become the person who is worthy of the success you desire. You are not just attracting things. You are attracting a life. And that life will require more of you. It will ask you to develop habits, discipline, resilience, and clarity. Persistence transforms desire into discipline, and discipline is what sustains success once it arrives. The most dangerous moment in any journey is not at the beginning when excitement is high, nor at the end when the finish line is near. It is in the middle, when progress feels slow, when results are not visible, when enthusiasm begins to fade. It is here that persistence must rise. It is here that you must remind yourself of why you began. It is here that you must double down on your mental practices, strengthen your affirmations, deepen your visualizations, and continue to take aligned action, even if the rewards are not yet visible. Many people say they believe in the law of attraction, but true belief is not proven when things are going well. True belief is proven in the silence, in the space between effort and outcome, in the days when nothing seems to move. This is the refining fire. This is where the foundation is laid. This is where success begins, not in the moment it arrives, but in the countless moments you chose not to give up. Persistence is the glue between thought and manifestation, the bridge between intention and realization. The evidence of faith that does not waver even when the eyes cannot yet see. Desire is the spark, belief is the fuel, but action is the engine that drives success into your life. The law of attraction does not respond to idle thought, no matter how vivid or well-crafted. It responds to movement, intentional, purposeful, aligned movement. There is a common misconception that to attract success one need only think, wish, and wait. But no great success was ever built in the mind alone. The mind initiates, but the hands must execute. To attract what you desire, you must become an active participant in your own creation. The universe is not drawn to passivity. It does not reward those who wait for opportunities, but those who create them. Attraction is a law of vibration, and action is one of the strongest vibrational signals you can emit. When you take steps toward your goal, even small ones, you declare through your behavior that your desire is real. You show that you are not merely dreaming, but expecting. You are not only visualizing wealth, success, or freedom, you are preparing to receive it. You are making room in your life for its arrival. Aligned action is different from busy work. It is not about doing everything or trying anything in the hope that something will work. It is about doing the right things, those actions that are in harmony with your desire, that match the frequency of what you want to attract. If you are seeking to build a thriving business, then study your industry, refine your product, connect with mentors, and serve your audience. If your aim is to improve your health, then eat with intention, move your body, and rest with purpose. These actions signal readiness. They align your internal state with external effort, creating a channel for attraction to flow. Too often people hesitate. They wait for the perfect plan, the perfect moment, or a sign that guarantees success. But perfection is the enemy of progress, and hesitation weakens the magnetic pull of desire. The law of attraction responds to certainty, and action is the language of certainty. Even if you do not have every answer, even if you are unsure of the outcome, taking action signals belief. It tells your subconscious mind and the universe that you are serious, that you trust the process enough to move forward even in uncertainty. There is power in momentum. Once you begin to act, even in small ways, you generate energy. That energy attracts opportunities, people, ideas, and events that were not visible before. Doors begin to open that remained closed when you were merely thinking. The act of doing reveals the next step. The path becomes clearer with motion. And even when the result of an action is not what you hoped for, it brings you data, experience, and resilience, each of which brings you closer to your goal. You cannot think your way out of fear, but you can act your way into confidence. Action breeds courage. It silences doubt. It proves to yourself that you are capable, and that belief multiplies with every step you take. The mind becomes more convinced with evidence, and evidence is created through experience. This is why faith alone, without action, is incomplete. It is like planting a seed and never watering it, never tending the soil and expecting it to grow. You must meet the universe halfway. You must show up for your vision day after day through action. Aligned action also sharpens your desire. As you move, you gain clarity. You discover what you truly want, what works, and what does not. The journey itself becomes a refining process. You are not only attracting success, you are becoming the kind of person who naturally experiences it. Your habits change, your thinking evolves, your confidence strengthens, and soon success is no longer something you chase, it is something you embody, because action has transformed you. There is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. Many read, listen, and study the principles of attraction, but few apply them consistently in the physical world. They remain in the realm of thought and intention, never crossing the bridge into doing. But those who do, those who act, even when it is hard, even when progress is slow, become magnetic. They begin to draw to themselves the very things they once dreamed of. Not because they wished for them, but because they aligned every part of their being, mind, spirit, and body, toward the goal. Success, as governed by the law of attraction, is never a matter of luck or chance. It is the result of a disciplined mind, a committed spirit, and a body in motion. It begins with definiteness of purpose, the unwavering clarity of what you desire. That clarity must be charged with faith-fueled visualization, where your imagination brings your goal to life long before the world sees it. Through autosuggestion and repetition, you reprogram the deepest layers of your mind to believe in your vision as your new reality. In the waiting, when nothing seems to move, persistence in the face of delay becomes your greatest tool, refusing to waver, refusing to let go. And finally, through action aligned with desire, you prove your belief not only to yourself, but to the universe. With every step you take, the law of attraction is not magic, it is law. It responds to the thoughts you hold, the feelings you nurture, and the actions you take. Success is not something you wish for, it is something you attract by the person you become.